This dashcam video comes from a police car patrolling a Chicago suburb. On May 10, 2018, Sergeant Anthony Menino found himself in a tense situation. The video shows him positioning his vehicle between a 2-year-old toddler and the fast-moving oncoming traffic. Before the sergeant arrived, the small child was darting dangerously between lanes with heavy traffic, getting perilously close to big trucks and fast cars. At first, Menino thought it was a stray dog, but when he realized it was a little boy in danger near Route 59's traffic, he sprang into action. He rushed out of his car, taking risks to rescue the child. Videos like this inevitably raise a crucial and unsettling question. Where were the child's parents? Thankfully, in this case, the boy's mother arrived a few minutes later, understandably distressed about the situation. Later investigations showed that the family lived just 2 blocks away from where Menino found the child. The boy had managed to slip away from his mother's watchful eye in the blink of an eye. Without Sergeant Menino's quick action, it's impossible to predict the potential dangers the little boy might have faced. This dashcam recording captures the police's response to a report about 2 people dressed as clowns causing distress and chasing cars in Menasha, Wisconsin during the early hours of October 7, 2016. This incident occurred amidst a wave of creepy clown encounters happening in different parts of the world, where some individuals dressed as clowns even went to the extent of frightening innocent people with various weapons. In the video, the law enforcement officer instructed the clowns to show their hands to ensure they weren't hiding any weapons. The clown duo, in a somewhat eerie manner, slowly extended their hands to the sides and kept still, with their gaze fixed on the officer. While this footage might appear relatively harmless compared to some of the more distressing clown incidents reported during the same month, there's a deeper aspect to the story. Surprisingly, a 26-year-old woman, the wife of one of the clowns, was chauffeuring the 2 clowns. Shockingly, it was revealed that the couple had left their 4-year-old child unattended at home for several hours while they engaged in this strange prank. As a result of this revelation, both parents faced legal consequences, with charges of child neglect brought against them. The child's mother was taken into custody at Winnebago County Jail as a precautionary measure due to her probationary status, while the other clown was issued a warning. In the early hours of July 27, 2018, the Wyoming police received numerous calls about a reckless driver going the wrong way on the highway. Officer Rob Meredith and Chris DeBauer rushed to the scene. To stop this dangerous driver, they had to use their own patrol car as an impromptu barrier, and their dash cam captured the dramatic moment. The tension was palpable, and their urgent radio transmission was filled with instructions like, "Take as many precautions as possible. Watch your own safety. Watch your own safety." As they positioned their vehicle, the headlights of the wrong-way driver were rapidly approaching. What made things even more alarming was the clear lack of any attempt by the wrong-way driver to slow down or swerve to avoid a head-on collision. In a split-second decision, Officer Chris DeBauer steered their cruiser into oncoming traffic, preventing what could have been a devastating head-on crash. It was a crucial move that saved both vehicles involved and likely prevented a fatal outcome. The wrong-way driver eventually stopped further down the road and was taken to the hospital for treatments of his injuries. He turned out to be a 60-year-old man and faced charges for his 3rd offense for driving under the influence. As for the 2 police officers, they came out of the incident with only minor injuries, a fortunate result given the seriousness of the situation. In August 2012, a police dashcam recorded an officer from the Louisville Metro Police Department pulling over a Honda Accord because its license plates were expired. 3 people were inside the car. During the interaction, the officer noticed that they seemed nervous and anxious. Suddenly, there were sounds of kicking and yelling coming from the car's trunk. This made the officer call for backup and detain the 3 suspects. With caution, all the officers present opened the trunk and found a man with a towel tied around his head and his hands bound behind his back. This man was the car's owner, who had just finished a late shift at a nearby Circle K gas station, which was 7 miles away. After closing the store and heading to his car, all 3 suspects attacked him. They not only stole his vehicle, but instead of leaving him behind, they tied him up and put him in the trunk of his own car before driving away. Later, the 3 people responsible for this incident were caught and identified as Tret Bly, Joseph Davis, and Brittany Elder, all in their late 20s. Their intentions regarding the victim remain unknown. If it weren't for the expired license plates, the traffic stop might have never happened, and the victim would have remained vulnerable to the intentions of these individuals. Despite going through a rough ordeal and mild dehydration due to the heat in the trunk, the victim managed to escape without suffering any major injuries. In a tense incident caught on a California Highway Patrol vehicle's dashcam, 2 officers found themselves in the middle of a destructive mudslide while en route to a reported structure fire. Without warning, the mudslide overwhelmed their patrol car, making all 4 wheels lose traction. The vehicle spun uncontrollably as the mudslide's current pulled it along. It was a dangerous situation, and escaping seemed unlikely. Through luck, or maybe a miracle, the officers regained control of their vehicle and moved it ahead of the mudslide. Their options were limited, mainly involving alerting pedestrians to the danger and observing the mudslide causing chaos in the city. The officers sent urgent messages over the radio, urging people to evacuate, their voices conveying a sense of urgency and concern for those nearby. They shared crucial information about the mudslide's rapid progress, emphasizing the need for immediate evacuation to prevent a potential disaster. The dashcam footage showed the officers' frantic efforts to protect their community in the face of an unpredictable natural disaster.